Welcome to Covid-19 Update 6, our last video. This one's about finding work. I'm Rebecca, CEO of Your Own Place, a social enterprise that supports people to prevent homelessness. And why are we doing these videos? Because we've been listening to people and lots of us have lots of questions right now. We've had some great feedback from the first 5 videos, so this is the last one. As we ease gently out of lockdown, it also feels right to be bringing this to an end for now. So welcome to our 6th and final update. I'm recording this over the bank holiday and it's been beautiful until today. Mostly we're all still social distancing and new announcements are beginning to make some changes. Some of us might be returning to work part-time or even school, but many of us have continued uncertainty too, especially around work. So thank you for staying home with me. This is the final time. I appreciate it's not been easy, even though we've been doing it now for 7 weeks. So it's got boring, but I always say, please keep washing your hands, protecting others by covering your mouth when you cough, put the tissue in a bin, and please stay at home. If you're in the shielded group, this helps to keep everyone well. What can you do? You can still exercise. It's still important to keep your distance while you're doing it, including when you're out shopping for the things you need. And of course, keep up to date on the Gov.uk website and official health websites. Our top tips for your well-being during this difficult time: stay well by trying to avoid unofficial websites and people trying to scare you. Try to sleep well, eat well, and drink lots of water. Try to structure your day, doing other things and avoiding social media for periods. Mentalhealth.org has some great tips. So that was the intro, and then we move on to the content now, and then we sign off. Last time we talked about getting online safely. Today is about finding work. It's a look at finding our strengths, finding the opportunities, and some really practical next steps. So what's your situation? If you've lost your job or don't know if you have a job to go back to, this can be very tough indeed. You may have bills and rent stacking up. It can be hard to think straight too when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by it all, and this is totally natural. So if you think you might be unemployed soon, or perhaps you are already and need a new job, how are you going to figure out what to do next? Consider making a list of people you trust that you can speak to. Consider asking yourself or them what you think your priorities are, how soon you need a job, why you want a job, and what's realistic. Try to be really honest about what's keeping you awake at night and the things you have control over that you can change. This might help focus your thoughts on what to do next. So what are your strengths? There's nothing like writing things down. The bigger and more colourful, the better. It makes things real and true. Some great questions to ask yourself to find your strengths are: what did I enjoy in my last job? We usually enjoy the things we're good at. What did my last manager say I was good at? What new skill did I learn in my last job? When I last got a job, how did I get it? How else can I find out about my strengths? Top tip: ask someone else. These things will really help you to write a great CV, application letters, and look for the right job for you, as well as get the most from your job coach if perhaps you've got one or are getting one through the job centre. So what's stopping you? What might be getting in the way? It might feel like it's really urgent that you need a job. Like most of us, you've got bills to pay and mouths to feed. After everything we've been through though, it's understandable to have mixed feelings. You may be feeling anxious about going outside, as well as not sure what the future holds in terms of a second wave of Covid-19 and the available jobs. These things stopping us doing the things we think we probably should be doing are sometimes called barriers. There may be many barriers stopping you getting a job. They could include mental health barriers, access to transport, access to the internet, needing childcare, a lack of confidence, a lack of work experience, a criminal record, or perhaps something that feels unique to you. So it's important to focus on the ones you can control and spend less time worrying about the ones you can't. None of us has spare time for worry right now. You could identify them all your barriers, again with a trusted friend or family member, and put them in 2 columns, the ones you can control and the ones you can't. At least then you know which ones you can focus your energy on. So what are the sources of help? It remains a fact that most jobs are obtained through people we know, through the connections we make. So the more people you talk to, can communicate your skills and strengths to, the more options you will have in terms of work. If you've got a job coach or another employment professional, following the tips and the guidance in this video really will help you to get the most out of that time. There are, of course, lots of job websites, but one of the main ones is the DWP job search website. It has literally thousands of opportunities listed on it and is being updated all the time. There's going to be new opportunities out there because some sectors are going to grow. So that's the DWP job search website. Okay, so what are your next steps? Try getting visual. Jotting down your thoughts and chatting through your priorities with friends does help. And if you've time on your hands, it can't hurt to learn a new skill, boost your confidence and your CV. Locally here in Norfolk, the Adult Learning Service lists loads of courses, including lots of free ones. So you can Google them, Norfolk Gov Education Learning Adult. Our top 5 tips for getting a job. 1. Be honest with yourself first. Which jobs are you in a position to apply for and how urgent is it? 2. Spend your precious energy focusing on what you can change and not what you can't. 3. Speak to everyone and tell them you're looking for work. This hugely increases the number of people who might just think of you when an opportunity arises. 4. Write it down or draw it. It helps to get your thinking straight, and even better if it's on the fridge to nudge you. 5. Ask for the help you need. Now is not the time to hold back in needing help. We all do. So as we come to a close, what are you going to do today to feel a bit better? We've talked a lot in the office about sharing yoga videos, making smoothies, playing online pub quizzes, and moments of calm. It seems we can now get outside a bit more, and it is May after all, my favourite month. Please enjoy nature. It's noisier than I can remember, and we can all get outside, even as I do without a garden, for an evening walk around the block. Stay safe, stay kind, and stay thoughtful. And thank you for joining me over the last 6 weeks. I've never done anything like this before, totally outside my comfort zone, and must thank Rebecca and Paul Osborne for the artistic talent behind these videos. Please join us on social media and our trusted campaign. We're still giving top tips and we'd love your feedback. Thank you again. I hope these short videos have been of some use. We can do this together.